Today, we embark on a journey through the arteries of global trade, now under siege by conflict and chaos. This isn't just about ships and canals, it's about the ripple effects that touch every corner of our daily lives. Let's explore the current crisis enveloping two of the world's most critical maritime choke points: the Suez and Panama Canals. Imagine for a moment the world is a vast ocean of commerce. Each wave of goods, from the toys in your child's hands to the coffee you wake up to, has likely traversed the Suez or Panama Canal. These narrow passages are more than just geographical features. They are the lifelines of international trade. The Suez Canal, inaugurated in 1869, has long been the gateway between East and West, slashing thousands of nautical miles off journeys that would otherwise circumnavigate Africa. Similarly, the Panama Canal, completed in 1914, connects the Atlantic and Pacific, sparing ships from the long voyage around South America. Together, these canals handle a significant slice of global maritime traffic, with the Suez facilitating roughly 12% of worldwide trade. But today, these lifelines are under strain. In the Red Sea, close to the Suez, the Houthi militia, backed by Iran, has ramped up attacks on shipping, significantly disrupting the flow through this vital artery. Since November 2023, their actions have forced shipping companies to reroute, avoiding the Red Sea entirely, leading to a dramatic drop in Suez Canal traffic. These attacks are not random acts of violence, but are part of a geopolitical chess game. The militia members claim their targets are linked to Israel in response to the ongoing conflict in Gaza. However, the reality is more complex, with ships from numerous nations caught in the crossfire, leading to a significant rerouting of maritime traffic around the Cape of Good Hope. This detour adds weeks to the journey, escalating costs and emissions, and squeezing supply chains already stretched thin by global events. Let's break down what this means economically. Each ship that chooses the longer route around Africa incurs about an extra $1 million in fuel costs alone, not to mention the added time, which delays goods, increases insurance premiums, and pushes up consumer prices. The ripple effect is felt globally, with some analysts predicting a 0.7% rise in consumer goods prices if these disruptions persist. Simultaneously, on another front, the Panama Canal faces its own crisis, not from conflict, but from climate. A severe drought caused by an intense El Niño has drastically reduced the canal's water levels, compelling authorities to limit daily ship crossings. This reduction in capacity has been in place since last October and has led to a 32% drop in trade volume through the canal in the first 2 months of 2024. The implications here are profound. The Panama Canal, vital for trade between Asia and the eastern US, has seen ships either wait for weeks or opt for alternative, longer routes, further straining global logistics. The drought not only affects shipping but also underscores the fragility of our infrastructure. With water levels so low, the canal's future operations are in question, unless significant investments in sustainable water management are made. Now let's delve into the environmental cost. These detours aren't just financial, they're ecological disasters in slow motion. Ships traveling longer distances burn more fuel, escalating greenhouse gas emissions. For instance, a voyage from Singapore to Northern Europe via the Cape of Good Hope can increase emissions by 70% compared to using the Suez Canal. But what does this mean for you, the consumer? Higher shipping costs inevitably trickle down, inflating the price of goods. With around 80% of global trade moving by sea, these disruptions could lead to shortages, or at least to higher prices for everything from electronics to food. The situation in the Red Sea has already caused a sharp rise in container freight rates, especially on routes from Asia to Europe. The broader implications are stark. Countries heavily dependent on the Suez for trade, like those in East Africa, face significant economic impacts. Djibouti, Kenya, Tanzania, and Sudan, among others, see a large portion of their foreign trade through this canal, directly affecting their economies. And in this global chessboard, what are the big players doing? Operation Prosperity Guardian, led by the United States with allies like Germany, South Korea, and Denmark, aims to secure the Red Sea from Houthi attacks. However, this military response has its critics, pointing to the escalation of conflict rather than resolution. In conclusion, the turmoil in the Suez and Panama Canals serves as a wake-up call. We're witnessing how interconnected our world truly is, where conflicts and climate change can disrupt the flow of goods with far-reaching consequences. As we navigate these troubled waters, the need for innovation, cooperation, and a shift towards more sustainable and secure trade practices has never been clearer.